Welcome back inside the John Book Fieldhouse on this Tuesday for NAC men's basketball. The Falcons, Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks, the matchup. Second to last game of the regular season, being joined on the broadcast once again this week by Alyssa Wagner, member of the Falcon women's basketball coaching staff, former member of the active women's basketball roster. And all the Falcons looking to keep it on. They come in having won 2 straight and again 5 of their last 6 following that victory against MSOE in Milwaukee on Saturday, winning by the final score of 88-77. And Alyssa, this Falcon team, they've been fun to watch. We saw the victory last week against Wisconsin Lutheran, and I think what's impressive too, and we talked with Coach Cassidy about it, is the fact that this is a team that, yes, they jump out the leads. Yeah, the other team is able to, more times than not, get themselves back in the game. But the Falcons, especially as of late, making some big plays down the stretch to put those games in the win column.
Yeah, this team has faced a lot of adversity this season already with having those close games, like those one-point victories. At this point, things just don't phase this Falcon squad, and it's proven. You can tell.
What I love too is it seems like a number of games, maybe not so much MSU as they were able to sweep the Raiders, but they've had some games where you can call them redemption games, losing round 1 but taking round 2 against an opponent. Here's another opportunity against Illinois Tech, a team you fell to in double overtime back on January 4th. An opportunity to redeem yourself from that loss in Chicago. And so many players since that game are playing beyond belief. And it starts with Jordan Johnson. He's been pretty consistent throughout, but what a stretch he's been on these last couple of weeks. How do you explain back-to-back 30-point performances?
That's unbelievable. He is just a freak of nature in that way. To develop that kind of stat sheet right there, that's just hard to handle from the other team's perspective.
Illinois Tech, they have won 3 straight, matching their season best, but now twice. They've gone 5-5 of their last 10, and they're looking to build off a victory against Aurora, we mentioned on Senior Day Saturday for Illinois Tech, a game in which they were able to redeem it earlier. She's lost by 2. What a game it was, too. Up 15. All of a sudden, Aurora rallied, led for the majority of the second half. But IIT ended the game on an 8-0 run, overcame a 10-point second half deficit, ended the game on a 19-6 run. 11 of the 19 points came from the free throw line and won the game by 4 points. And they've had a number of players step up, and right now they have 4 averaging in double figures. Right now you see the athletic director here at Concordia University, Wisconsin, on the basketball, Dr. Rob Barnhill. To his left, head coach of the Falcons, Sean Cassidy, because Saturday's victory was not only a victory against MSU, but a milestone victory as he became the all-time winningest coach in the program's history, picking up his 216th win, surpassing the old mark of 215. That was set way back when by William Ackman. He coached the Concordia men's basketball program from 1928 through 1956. Well, Coach Cassidy, now in 13 seasons, is the all-time winningest coach in the program's existence, the one-time player on this Concordia men's basketball program roster, and now 13 seasons in, 216 victories, 128 defeats, a couple of NCAA tournament appearances in that stretch, 4 NAC regular season titles, 4 CIT titles, and NAC tournament title. And best part is this season's not even done yet, with an opportunity to add to some of those totals. Before we check out tonight's starting 5, we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. the Concordia Pep Band with the playing of our national anthem. We check out the starting five. First for Illinois Tech. They brought back 8 of 17 who played last year on that team that I mentioned in the Open. Got all the way to the NAC Tournament Championship and fell in the final against Aurora from the neutral set of MSOE 71-57. Ahmad Mohammed, a sophomore from Illinois, part of the backcourt with Jalen Lomax. He is from Thailand. Yeah, Max Hizataki mentioned his 18 double-doubles. He's the top returnee from last year's runner-up finish. Hizataki from Las Vegas, Nevada. Good size at 6'8", 230. Yeah, Milos Dugalik, a 6'8", 180-pound sophomore from Des Plaines, Illinois. And then Miles Curry, he is tops on the team in scoring at 16.8 points a game, a junior out of Chicago. Head coach of the Scarlet Hawks is Todd Kelly. Back for his 6th season, he has completely turned the mindset and this program around. He inherited a team that had 0 wins during the 2014-15 campaign. For the Falcons, Jared Jerks getting the start at guard. He had Lake George part of the starting five for a 7th consecutive game after a stretch of games in which he came off the bench. Before that, he was a regular in the starting five. You have Joey Zietlow. In the backcourt, he has scored in double figures in 5 consecutive. Brandon Keller has led the team in rebounding on 14 separate occasions. And then Jordan Johnson, your reigning back-to-back NAC Men's Basketball Player of the Week. That starting five for the all-time winningest coach now in program history, Sean Cassidy. This will be the 4th meeting between these two programs all time, with Illinois Tech joining the conference prior to last season. Illinois Tech leads with 2 victories to 1 defeat, 1-0 here inside the John Book Fieldhouse. Last year, the two teams met December the 19th, 2018. Here it was a 71-61 IIT victory. Falcons won there on February the 13th, 2019, 69-46. And then earlier this season, 83-74, Illinois Tech, January 4th from Chicago in double overtime. The Scarlet Hawks victorious. 3 ties, 3 lead changes. Illinois Tech up by as many as 13 Falcons by as many as 6. So we are ready to go. And Alyssa, I think the one thing that jumps out immediately about Illinois Tech, get numbers, it's their size. A number of guys, 6'6", 6'8", against this Falcon roster, also known for its size.
For sure, yeah, that'll be a difference in the game when you got shooters and you got players flying out at you that are inches taller than you. That makes a difference. You don't want it to, but it alters your shot. But the Falcons will stick with it.
Darren Boudin, the lead official on this Tuesday. Lake George able to jump in front and pick off the entry pass. Look to dump it off and gives it right back. So a steal for Dugalik. He is number 2 on the team in takeaways. Both teams strong defensively. Falcons have been strong defensively all year and have picked it up on the offensive side. There's a 3-ball for Ahmad Mohammed. He is their top 3-point shooter and number of makes and takes, now 40 for 109. Now the question becomes, okay, both teams strong defensively, but the Falcons have picked up offensively. What prevails? Falcons the number 2 scoring offense, Illinois Tech the number 2 scoring defense. Foul here against Mohammed is first, and the first down, the Scarlet Hawks. On the inbound, here's Johnson. We'll see what he's able to do in this one. You know, we've talked about his recent stretch. 4 consecutive games of 23-plus points, and that's impressive in and of itself, but he's been shooting over 53% in those 4 games. Another takeaway. That's Johnson on the steal.
Not only does Johnson contribute on the offensive end, as you can see, he contributes on the defensive end too. He plays on both ends of the floor.
That he does. Number 3 on the team in steals, number 4 in blocks. And the Falcons with a traveling violation. You've seen this team get off to quick starts. Right now they're down 3-0, a minute 17 on in. I'll give this team a lot of credit because they've been involved in a number of big games here these last couple of weeks. Every game is important if they have any hopes of having a shot at winning a conference championship. And they've been able to rise to the challenge, taking it one game at a time when it's been easy to overlook some and maybe look ahead, especially with Benedictine coming into town on Saturday. But this team's not taking anybody for granted. Shot clock winding down. And a 3-ball comes up short. That 3-point attempt by Dugalic. And now a big time, goodness gracious, rejection. Max Hisatake, he is number 1 in blocks, 1.9 blocks per game. He is tops in the conference. He is 35th in the nation in total rejection. That was his 44th block of the year. Did you see the stare down too thereafter?
Yeah.
Here's Joey Zelo. Yeah, no kidding. It'll be interesting to see what kind of success the Falcons can have inside against this side, and Zelo right there is able to get a nice inside touch. 3-2 Illinois Tech. And the running floater by Miles Curry. Now for the Falcons, you turn it over. -2 in points in the paint on Saturday against MSU at 48-46. Oh, second chance opportunity goes. Cannot give this team multiple looks, but Mohammed making the most. It's now 7-2 Illinois Tech. Mohammed, 12.6 points a game, 17th in the conference. He's among 4 on this roster, averaging double figures. How about that wide open look for Keller? See the defense, double team, leaving Keller all alone. 3-point game. 3 minutes gone by. Curry, and the rebound for Jared Jerks. We've talked a lot about Jerks in the past and his ability to be a playmaker on both ends of the floor, but he can be a playmaker by being a facilitator, but also a scorer when need be, and Zelo has really stepped up his game offensively this season. Of course, you and I saw Zelo go off last week. He had 25 against Wisconsin Lutheran. It's one thing to score 25, but how about finishing 9 for 12 from the field?
It's so fun to watch when the Falcons have different players stepping up in different games. It really makes for an exciting game.
Missed shot there by Hisatake, and what I think is encouraging too is, yes, you have Jordan Johnson, yes, you have the likes of Joey Zelo lately and Brandon Keller that have been able to step up, but you're right, it seems like every game there's somebody else among the regulars that is able to put together a strong game on both ends of the floor.
Right.
Making this a very hard team to scout and certainly defend. 3-point game, and the Falcons put the ball right back. It's going to go inside to Hisatake. Man, they list him at 6'8". I think he's a little bit taller. Of course, from up here, everybody looks a little bit taller, but Hisatake, besides being a 2-time NAC Men's Basketball Player of the Week this season, he was named to the D3Hoops.com Team of the Week back on the 15th of January. He's had a number of monster games. He has surpassed 1,000 career points, 1,000 career rebounds. Jers?
I do think Illinois Tech's size is affecting the Falcons a little bit so far, and not just in the post on the out for the guard position too, but they'll fall in for sure.
Well, it just looks like right now the Falcons are a little bit uncomfortable, and you see out of bounds the call here against Dugalic. It's only a matter of time to figure some things out, see what works, but just right now it's a feeling out process. But you're right, there were times where this Falcon offense does not look all that comfortable. And you see Johnson leaning in and getting an opportunity, but coming up short. Here's a 3-ball. That's going to be key in this game, too, as Jared Jerks will knock down the tray. Last time these teams got together, both teams knocked down 6 threes. Falcons went 6 of 25 from deep. Game tied at 7. Hisatake on the kick out. Dugalic. And right now the shot clock is down to 10. Curry denied by Kellen off of Curry. Falcon ball. It's almost as though Keller says to Hisatake, I raise you my block. And Keller coming through with another rejection. That's going to be his 14th on the year.
that's an impressive play because as a shot blocker, you have to time out when the offensive player jumps and shoots. That way you can try and tip it out of the air just like Keller did just there.
And the beauty, too, is timing's everything. It just happens to back off of Curry, and Falcons had the possession. We have Otis Rielli into the game among a couple of changes. There's a two-hand jam for Max Hizataki.
That was a powerful move.
And there may be a few of those in this game. You got that kind of size, doesn't take much. Get that two-hand jam if you get yourself in that right positioning. 9-7 Illinois Tech. Lake George is out of bounds off of Otis Rielli. Early on, an appearance by Braden Persinger. He's been held scoreless in 2 out of the last 3 as the senior from Reedville, Wisconsin. Johnson going inside. Keller. Got a left-hand shot off and goes off to the right again. There is Hizataki's presence factoring in an attempt for Keller. Hizataki back up high. Here's Mohammed. Going to go back into the corner. Shot clock is inside of 10. Rielli on the 15-foot jumper. That's too easy. Otis Rielli. He last year averaged about 10 points per ball game. His numbers are around 8.4 so far this year. It's going to be Illinois Tech ball. Falcons will bring some size with Alex Antoni into the lineup, giving a breather here for Brandon Keller. 2 inch taller is Antoni. Over the last now 4 games, looking to get back on track offensively. Limited to 2, 4, 2, and 2 points. 4 for 12 in the field in those games. Rielli had the spacing, well short. Here's Johnson. He has started the game 0 for 2 from the field. Falcons are 3 for 10 collectively with already 4 turnovers, but Illinois Tech also with 4 turnovers. Johnson finds an opening, and he lost it going airborne. Now with numbers, all the way to the rack. Oh, the one-hand tomahawk slam dunk from Miles Curry.
A continuation of the dunk contest from this weekend, I think.
Oh my goodness. And a foul before a tie-up. We'll go against the Scarlet Hawks. That is dunk number 2 now for Illinois Tech. They bring Ricardo Whitehead into the game. In his first start of the year on Saturday against Aurora. Among a couple of changes here for the Scarlet Hawks. Garrett Hoffman into the game for the Falcons. Hoffman has been playing well, coming off 8 points showing on Saturday, his second 8-point game of the year, which is his high. Remember, he joined the team late. His season debut came on January 11th against Marion. 6-point game. Lower scoring start, which I would think favors Illinois Tech. This is what they want. They average 67. They give up about 66, 67. Off the deflection, recovery made. And 3 ball off the back iron. And so Jers to Johnson. And his 3 ball comes up short, but nice find and put back off the window for Garrett Hoffman.
I like what I see with the Falcons not getting nervous or anxious about the big plays that Illinois Tech finds themselves in. It's a long game. They will have runs of their own, and just got to stay the course.
Well, Falcon foul here that goes against Persinger, his first and team foul, 1 on the Falcons. You go back to that game, though, on Saturday to further your point. Okay, against MSOE, kind of a back-and-forth game. Game was tied at 69, tied at 71. On a game 2 that would see the Falcons up for, the majority. All of a sudden, MSOE, a home team, making their runs, and the Falcons never panicked. Able to settle down. end up ending the game on a 19-8 run during that stretch. They had 4 layups. Keller and Johnson combined for 15 of the team's 19. But just again, one of those games, much like the Wisconsin-Luther game, when the Warriors kept making their comebacks, the Falcons had an answer and players stepped up and made plays. So free throws there from Miles Curry, the 71% free throw shooter. Illinois Tech now leads 15-9. They have scored 8 of the last 10 points in this game. Right now they're shooting about 46% from the field. Falcons at 4 of 13, 1 for 4 from beyond the arc. Up to a slow start the last time these teams got together too and put together a nice second half performance. Good ball movement and a 3-ball for Persinger, but a defensive rebound for Illinois Tech. They will push the other way. Out there, guy Ostroff, the sophomore from Israel. It's been his 20th game. He's played over the last 10, but only taken a couple of shots over the last 9 games. So more out there to move that ball around and just give Illinois Tech some minutes. He's overall 1 for 5 from the field on the year, so he won't take a ton of shots. At least has it to this point. Foul here that goes against Alex Antoni, his first and team foul too. So important for a guy like Keller, Antoni. You got to stay out of foul trouble. You need that size, you need that presence.
Well, in these two teams' last meeting earlier in the season, a matchup I enjoyed watching was Hisataki and Antoni. They push each other around down there and really make each other work for what they get.
You see the banker for Otis Rielli. And talking about Antoni, that first meeting he came through with a total of 12 points. That is his high with the Falcons. Johnson trying to find the cutting Jers, but it's disrupted and off of Jers. Ahmad Mohammed making that play happen. Now Keller fell out of that meeting back on the 4th of January. Hisataki still able to play 42 minutes despite the fact he had 4 personal fouls go against him. Hisataki, maybe that's the one knock on him, and maybe not so much lately, but has to stay out of foul trouble. He did, and has fouled out of now 5 games this season. Some would say that's just a guy that knows how to use his 5 fouls. That's a 3-pointer. A Falcon timeout following the 3 by Dugalic. 9:48 to go here in the first half, and a 20-9 IIT lead. And they've scored 13 of the last 15 points in this game, so the Falcons were able to come back and tie the game up at 7 after a 3-point make by Jared Jers. What do you see right now here in the first half?
I would say that the Falcons need a little pick-me-up right now. Good call by Coach Cassidy to try and break this Illinois Tech run and just kind of reassure the guys that what they're doing will work, the shots will fall. It's still very early in the game.
Well, you just have to look back to the first minute between these two teams to say, hey, you're never out of it. Down by as many as 13 in that game, down 11 at halftime, and mentioned a strong second half showing, had a chance to win the game. A 3-point at the end of regulation would not go. And a 3-point shot at the end of the first overtime to win the game would not go. Had opportunities before Illinois Tech was able to put it away in the second OT, outscoring the Falcons 17-8. Nice find inside the Lake George. That pass from Antoni.
That's a great play to come right out of a timeout. Getting it inside, getting up strong.
So key to execute out of the timeout. That's why you take it. The Falcons able to capitalize. Curry gonna get the feed right back, and we have an offensive foul as Curry trying to create some spacing on the inside, a little too aggressive and attempting to do so. He picks up his first. That's gonna be team foul 3. He's a fun player to watch too. The number of very athletic guys on the court for Illinois Tech, and Curry can score in a variety of ways. He's also shooting about 53% on the year from the field, top 10 in the league. Johnson. I feel like it's just a matter of time before he gets going. You need to see one go down.
I was just going to say, all it takes is one for me.
And another block here for And a three-point attempt goes. That three-pointer for Miles Curry. He's talking about how he can score in a variety of ways. He can certainly stretch defenses. Curry at 18 points, 11 boards, one of the 2 double-double showings against the Falcons last month. Here's Ataki, the other double-double. 12-point Scarlet Hawks lead. Antoni, here's Jers. Finds the baseline, kick out, all alone, and a 3-ball for Hoffman. Rebound knocked out, and as Johnson was getting back defensively, look out. Here's an opportunity for a one-hand jam. Again, it's Curry with the highlight reel slam-a-jamma.
There was no stopping him on that one. That was a head full of steam.
Hazard pay 2 for our camera crew. In-your-face action here inside the John Book Fieldhouse, and a traveling violation that goes against Jordan Johnson. So everything right now going the Scarlet Hawks direction. A breather right now for Johnson as Keller and Zietlow sub back, and Antoni also heads off. And for the first time here tonight, Cam Flowers. So 7:41 to go here in the first half, and a 14-point lead for Illinois Tech. By my count, that's 3 dunks, 2 for Miles Curry. I feel like with the last name Curry, you gotta be good at basketball, right?
Yeah.
It's in the blood. It's in the name. High off glass, Otis Rielli. And a full timeout for Coach Caston and the Falcons, who find themselves down by 16. And what a statement thus far being delivered by the Scarlet Hawks. You know, they have a lot to play for, too. They're fighting for their tournament lives among 6 teams, battling for 3 spots.
Right. Yeah, I mean, both teams are playing for something big tonight, and you can tell that it matters to both teams. You can see the frustration in some of the Falcons players and the excitement over for the Illinois Tech players. Tonight matters big time.
Right now in the conference standings, MSOE, Lakeland, and Rockford hanging on to those so far unclaimed 3 tournament bids. We have Illinois Tech, Aurora, the 2 teams that played each other for the tournament title last year, and Edgewood all on the outside right now looking in. Illinois Tech is a game back, but Aurora and Edgewood are 2 games back with only a couple of games to go. So, as you mentioned, these games matter, and for the Falcons it matters because they can be a top 2 finisher. This goes a long way. You lose, you still have an opportunity to be a top 2 finisher, but may need some help along the way, depending on what happens between Benedictine and Wisconsin Lutheran tonight. And why does that matter? Because, well, if you're a top 2 finisher, you get a bye. You don't play your first game until the semifinal round on the 27th of February. So anything you can do to, less games and quicker path to trying to bring home a tournament championship.
Right, at this point, the Falcons are just trying to help themselves out. The higher the seed, the better.
Now begins trying to chip away from down 16. Falcons 5 of 17 from the field with 7 turnovers have led to 12 Scarlet Hawk points. Good pressure, D. That D from Tugalik. Tough shot falling down for Keller. Ball to bounce, last touched by Hizataki. Hizataki, no surprise for a defensive-minded team with his size. He was the co-NAC Defensive Player last year, on top of being a second-team all-conference selection. And a foul away from the ball against Illinois Tech. The Scarlet Hawks had a good player last year in Jake DeGiorgio. He averaged a double-double with 12.3 points, 12.7 rebounds a game. He, along with Hizataki, one heck of a 1-2 combo when it came to rebounding. Now Hizataki is taking his game that next level if there was another level to be taken to. And see Jared Jers attacking and scoring. 27-13. Illinois Tech up 14.
I think that's something that's going to work for the Falcons. And this matchup is more running to the basket, like drive type of shots instead of your typical post-up move. They just have such a post presence down there. It'll be hard to get anything down there.
And right now, both teams have 10 points in the paint. Here's a takeaway for Flowers. Zietlow Bypassing an open look at a 3. Coming out defensively does Rielli. Jers. He so far is 5 to lead the Falcons scoring. Already Curry with 11 to lead Illinois Tech. Jers on the 3-ball miss, and the rebound tracked down by Dugalic. See Keller on the hustle. Dugalic cuts in, finds an opening, left the shot short, and they call a Falcon foul. Tough whistle here against Keller. Illinois Tech going to the free throw line. This is a Scarlet Hawks team. Right now they are 9th in the league at 68% shooting. And from the charity stripe, they are 11th among 12 in makes, 11th out of 12 in attempts. One more here for Dugalic. 78% free throw shooter. He hits both despite the screeching from the crowd. I think it's the call of the Falcon. 29-13 Illinois Tech or a Scarlet Hawk. We have 5:52 to go here in the first half. Zietlow, Lake George, and one. I love the ball movement, and we've seen that a couple of times now. That ball movement has led to some quality opportunities.
Attacking the basket, getting those defenders to have to move instead of just stand straight behind a posting up offensive player. Getting them to move and then hitting the open guy. That was a great offensive possession there for the Falcons.
The 51% free throw shooter Lake George cannot complete the and one following the second foul against Miles Curry. The Falcons have seen their free throw shooting, their practice paying off. A team that has been shooting 70+% from the line over the last 4 games, 6 of the last 8. Season best 86% last week on Saturday against MSOE. We have an offensive foul. Lake George taking the charge. That game against MSOE, Falcons went 12 of 14 for that season high free throw shooting display. Well, the second foul now against Dugalic. So Dugalic and Curry each have a couple of personals. And you see headband sporting Jalen Lomax. He is back in for IIT. Flowers recovers, drives, going to the free throw line. Now, to the Falcons' credit, maybe not every game, but a number of games lately, doing a great job getting to the line. We saw it last week, Alyssa, that Wisconsin Lutheran game, 27 of 36 from the charity stripe, both a season high in makes and attempts. And the most in both since the season opener against UW Lacrosse. Now you got to convert. And for Flowers, a 79% free throw shooter at 15 for 19.
I like this transition that the Falcons are making of like understanding that they can get to the rim. They don't need to be intimidated by what's down there, and it's helping them get good things going for themselves.
29-16 Illinois Tech. Rielli, who would have started at the beginning of the year but has been coming off the bench more recently as the sophomore from Italy. Adds 1.0 for 5, but got up for it with 7 assists on Saturday after he had scored double figures the game before that against Edgewood. Rebound for Lake George. So following the Rielli miss, the Falcon attack. The spoon feed, Keller wasn't ready. Wasn't ready for the pass from Jers, and now here comes Jordan Johnson, who has started the game 0 for 3 from the field, and a timeout being taken here by Illinois Tech, a full timeout. As they've had kind of a cold spell, still playing with a 13-point lead, still shooting 58% from the field, but trying to find a little bit more from their offense. I would say, though, the way this game has started, forget the score, but the way it's being played out, with the Falcons only at 16 points at this juncture in the game, it would favor Illinois Tech, who, yes, they can score, and they've scored as many as 92 points in the game, but they're more comfortable with a lower scoring affair.
Yeah, I don't think the Falcons are definitely not used to only having this many points at this point in the game, but the game is competitive. If you don't look, if you ignore the score, it is a competitive game. Just looking at it, and I believe the Falcons have more in them. I believe that they can drag this one out.
Well, look at the three-point shooting. Right now they're 1 of 7, which from watching the Falcons all year, we know that they're better than 1 for 7, and they're getting some good looks. So if they continue to get those type of looks, it's only a matter of time.
Right, and the shooters got to keep shooting. Those shots will fall. They just got to, keep doing what they're doing.
Right now, Illinois Tech +3 in rebounding, 8-7 Falcons in turnovers, only +1, but points off turnovers +8 for Illinois Tech at 12-4. Falcons are +2 in points in the paint, so talk all about size, but the Falcons have a little bit more success on the inside. Illinois Tech with 3 3-point makes. Passing the hands of Hizutaki. He so far has scored 2 points, but 6 rebounds already. To the high at 20. It's on 3 consecutive games. Three-pointer. And Mohammed with that triple.
That was a highly contested shot, and he put it in. That was a nice shot.
He's now 3 for 4 from the field, 2 for 2 from beyond the arc. Illinois Tech now 4 of 7 from deep. Here's Johnson looking for his first bucket of the game, left it short, but foul here against the Scarlet Hawks. Speaking of guys getting to the free throw on Falcons as a whole, but Jordan Johnson, that game against Wisconsin Lutheran, we went up for 33, a career best. 14 of 15 from the free throw line. Makes tied for 7th in the game in program history. The attempts tied for 6th in the game in the program history. He knocks down the first. The most free throws made in the game by a Falcon since Tyler Granrath tied the program record with 17 free throw makes. He went 17 for 19 against UW Parkside back on November 15 of 2009. So a couple of free throw makes here for Johnson. He has 1,238.5 in school history. He is 4 away from moving in the tie for 4th, 17 from moving into a tie for 3rd. So record watching with Johnson here tonight. Rielli in a 14-point game. Mohammed again, cannot leave him open. Catching the break, Mohammed shooting over 36% from deep. Illinois Tech, 3rd best 3-point shooting team in the league. Jers, here's Lake George. That guy just puts his head down and goes to work. He's been able to get inside a few times in this game.
Again, action towards the hoop, moving players towards the hoop. That is a huge positive for the Falcons right now.
He had 7 points, 5 rebounds last month against Illinois Tech at Lake George. 12-point game with 3 minutes left here in the first half. And you can get this within single digits by halftime. Consider that a big success following the kind of start Illinois Tech was able to get off to. Right now, shots just aren't falling on a more regular basis as they were earlier for the Scarlet Hawks. Jers zips it. Got by Keller, but here's Lake George. He's aggressive, leaving it short though. Again, Hizutaki's presence altering George's path to the bucket. Rielli will dribble back out. Mohammed, nice find. Oh, a good foul there by Zietlow. I think it's a great foul, not allowing the easy two-hand flush for Hizutaki. It would have been a second dunk of the game. Because now you make him earn it from the free throw line. He's a 54% free throw shooter.
Yeah, that's definitely something the Falcons see as a positive for them to make that kind of play.
So Zietlow picks up his first team foul 4. I don't know why. It doesn't ring true for every big player in basketball, but why do big players struggle from the free throw line? Post players, I don't know what it is.
Lots of different theories. Their hands are just so big.
That's got to be it. Hizutaki got a 3-point threat, but he can't hit the 3-point shot, so you got to know that in the back of your mind. Hits both free throws here. 34-20. Scarlet Hawks up 14. Looking to Going to go to scoring presence. Lake George has 6 points. Jared Jurch 5 points, 5 rebounds. Everybody else that has scored has 2 or less. There have been 7 Falcon scores. And you got to be ready too. Lake George want to take it right back and instead knocking it out. And a couple of times we've seen that where guys just aren't ready for that pass. Thinking perhaps maybe a shot is going up and caught by surprise. So already 9 Falcon turnovers. Falcons turn the ball over a total of 12 times on Saturday. They typically turn it over about 14 times a game. Here in the middle of the pack, Mohammed going inside. Hitsutaki, too strong off the window. He, by the way, has 7 rebounds already to go along with his just 4 points. Zietlow, somebody will bring it in and then draw a foul by Hitsutaki. That's going to be his second. So right now you have Curry, Rielly, Dugalic, Hitsutaki. All have 2, and the reason that's significant right there is 4 out of your top 5 on average scores. And Tony back in. Out goes Keller. Zietlow at the line. 10th best free throw shooting in the league at 79%. Sinks the first. Falcons are 4 of 6 from the free throw line. Looking to get him going too. He's got 3 points.
Something I've noticed, the Falcons are throwing different players at Hitsutaki on the defensive end.
Lake George put back. Ends up being a 3-point possession.
Hitsutaki has had to deal with defensive pressure from Keller, Antoni, and George. So isn't giving him the chance to figure out what to do, like what's going to work offensively for him.
Mohammed cannot get the bounce. Jurch the rebound. 11-point game. Zietlow spinning, shooting, scoring off the window of opportunity, and the Falcons are down by 9, showing life here inside the John Book Fieldhouse. Best part too is you're getting the crowd into it, and that's been lacking a little bit as this first half has progressed. Bench coming alive, providing some energy as well. Dugalic, air ball. Antoni with 40 seconds till halftime, and a steal from Mohammed, and there's a missed layup. But free throws for Curry with 37.1 seconds left till halftime. There have been some costly turnovers. An opportunity with the ball. Down 9, but giving it right back, and now Curry to the line where he is shooting 71.4%. He's 2 for 2 in this game. He'll get one more. That's the first Illinois Tech free throw miss in 7 tries. Ostroff is back in. Ostroff out there for the Scarlet Hawks. He's only scored 2 points all year, which came against Wisconsin Lutheran on January 7th. Roster of 14, but they go about give or take 8-9 deep. 1 for 2 goes Curry, a game high 12. Lead is 10. Six to 7 second differential game clock, shot clock. Zietlow lost it. And it was last touched. Break there for the Falcons. Last touch by Otis Rielly. So 23.9 seconds left here in the first half. Inbound for Jurch. Falcons up to 40% shooting. They've only hit 1 3. Illinois Tech down to 48%. They've knocked down 4 threes to go along with 7 of 8 shooting from the free throw line. Johnson. And the rebound hauled in by Hoffman. Back inside. Scored plus the foul. Late whistle. The bucket goes for Joey Zietlow.
This Falcon team does not go away.
Now it's a team that has only gotten better as the season's progressed. More and more confidence. Great confidence here at home where they've compiled a 7-1 record. And again, feeding off the noise, the energy here inside the John Book Fieldhouse right now. And the bench providing some of that energy. The fans certainly below us. A huge pick-me-up. Foul against Whitehead, free throw. Stays down for Zietlow. A three-point play makes this a 7-point game. Persinger replacing Zietlow gives the Falcons a pick-me-up. He's up to now 6 points, 6 rebounds. Final 5 seconds. Whitehead. Great end of the first half for the Falcons. That was key number 1. Get within single digits. And even despite the slow start, Falcons have themselves right back in this game, down 35-28.
We are halfway through this game, and you can already notice the growth that the Falcons have made from the first time playing this team to now. And they're sticking with what is working, and that is getting to the rim, and that is just creating momentous plays for them.
And what's kind of surprising, I say it's surprising only because of size and matchup purposes, points in the paint, the Falcons have doubled up IIT at 20-10. And you mentioned it earlier, continuing to work inside and making that extra pass, and it's starting to pay off. You're seeing, if nothing else, free throw attempts. So that's a big plus rebounding right now. Falcons have turned that around. They're +3. Overall, I got to believe for Coach Cassidy, again, you're pleased with the way your team battled late and, again, got themselves back in this game.
Right, yeah, they're not backing down. Again, they know what this game means for them, and they're going to battle the whole time.
We're going to step aside here at halftime with Illinois Tech up 35-28. We'll take a look at the first half numbers when we come back. You're tuning to Falcon Men's Basketball on the Falcon Athletic Network. Back inside the John Book Fieldhouse, we have reached halftime. 35-28, Illinois Tech up by 7. Important game for both teams. We'll talk more about as we continue on this Tuesday, but take a look at the first half numbers right now. The Falcons are shooting 41% from the field, only 1 of 7 from beyond the arc, and then 5 of 8 at the free throw line. Illinois Tech 46.2%, but they started to cool off as the first half wore on. 4 of 10 from three-point range, and then 7 of 8 at the free throw line. Rebounding is 17-14. Falcons +3. And I think, Alyssa, what surprised me, not only about the fact that the Falcons are +3 on the glass, but the fact that the Falcons are up 5-1 on the offensive glass. Again, Illinois Tech size coming into play, not getting a number of second and third chance opportunities.
Right, I think the Falcons have realized that action towards the hoop is really benefiting them, and that it doesn't have to just be one shot and done. They can get in there and give themselves more opportunity.
Right now it's 6-4 Falcons in assists, 10-7 Falcons in turnovers. And I'd argue that some of those turnovers, and not the majority, have been unforced. It's a matter of, trying to get on the same page, and I think you'll see that improve as the game wears on.
I think in the beginning, Illinois Tech's size made an impact on just how the Falcons were reading each other. That presence there does take an effect on you on the offensive end, and now they've fallen into the game and gotten a sense of how the game is flowing, and they figured it out.
It's 4-3 Illinois Tech in steals, 2-1 Scarlet Hawks in blocks. The specialty stats, 16-4 Illinois Tech in points off turnovers. You see the double up, 20-10 points in the paint for Concordia, up 9, 11-2 in second chance scoring. Illinois Tech up 4-2 in fast break production. They have 3 slam dunks in this game, and 6-3 Illinois Tech in bench production. 1 tie, 0 lead changes. Illinois Tech has led by as many as 16. The Falcons tied the game once. That was at 7 points apiece. Individually, so far, 8 have played for the Scarlet Hawks. Milos Ugalik, 5 points, couple of rebounds and assists, couple of steals, 3 turnovers, 2 fouls. Miles Curry, who's got 2 of those dunks, 12 points, couple of rebounds, 2 turnovers, 2 fouls. Max Zataki, 4 points, 7 rebounds, 1 assist, a turnover, a steal, 2 blocks, 2 fouls. Ahmad Mohammed, 2 threes. He has 8 points, 1 rebound, a turnover, and a steal with a foul. Jalen Lomax, no stats for the starter, 8 minutes and 17 seconds. Otis Rielli, who's played a good number of minutes off the bench, 15-51. He has 6 points, 1 rebound, an assist, 2 fouls. Ricardo Whitehead, 0 for 1 from the field with 1 foul and an assist. And Guy Ostroff, 1 rebound in 2 minutes and 26 seconds. For the Falcons, they have played 10, and so far they have seen 7 of those players score. Lake George, 8 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 turnovers and a steal. Brandon Keller, 2 points, 2 rebounds, 1 turnover and a block. Jared Durst, 5 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 turnover. Joey Zelo has 8 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist and a foul. Jordan Johnson has 2 points, both coming from the free throw line. He's 0 for 4 from the field with 4 turnovers and a steal. Braden Persinger, 0 for 1 from the field with 1 foul. Alex Antoni, 0 for 1 from the field with a rebound, 1 assist, a turnover, 2 fouls. Garrett Hoffman has 2 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. Cam Flowers, 1 point with 1 steal. And they have Gabe Pruss having played 37 seconds. 35-28 Scarlet Hawks at the break. More to come after this here from the John Book Fieldhouse. You're tuning to Falcon Men's Basketball on the Falcon Athletic Network. Matt Mendel alongside Alyssa Wagner. Back here inside the John Book Field is about to begin the second half between the Falcons and Illinois Tech. And a big game for both teams for a couple of different reasons. For the Falcons, we're going to continue to climb the conference standings right now in 3rd place. A game back of both Wisconsin Lutheran and Benedictine, who play each other. A battle for 1st place in Lisle, Illinois. And right now Benedictine leads 40-26 at the break. If that holds up and Wisconsin Lutheran loses, Falcons come back and win here and beat Benedictine on Saturday, and Wisconsin Lutheran beats Edgewood on Saturday. Look at the 3-way tie for 1st. If MSOE finishes in 4th place, the Falcons are your number 1 seed. That's a big if. A lot needs to happen, but that's one of the possibilities, and certainly one that Falcon fans are hoping for. Right now, though, MSOE, who's in a multi-team tie for 4th with Lakeland and Rockford, is losing to Dominican at the break, 41-29. Aurora leads Edgewood 34-30. The only other scores that are up to date, nothing from Marion, Concordia, Chicago, North Lakeland at Rockford. Illinois Tech needs this one to keep themselves in the conversation for a NAC tournament appearance. Right now, a game back in 7th place of MSOE, Lakeland, and Rockford. Jers for 3, and the rebound going to be tracked down by Hizataki. Falcons now 1 for 8 from beyond the arc.
Those shots will fall as the Falcons continue to attack the paint. They're drawing defenders, which means that those defenders are going away from the shooters on the three-point line.
Three-point shot off the mark for the Scarlet Hawks, but they will keep possession. Dugalic with that latest attempt. He's out there with Hizataki, Curry, Mohammed, and Jalen Lomax. The lob. Here's Curry. Lomax throws it away. And Coach Kelly, not a happy camper. Coach Kelly, he played at Millikan, he played at East Central University. He was the USCAA Coach of the Year in 2018. His team went from independent to the NAC the last now couple of seasons, helping with the NCAA transition for this program as Johnson misses on that shot attempt, but Lake George doing a great job keeping some of these possessions alive. On the attack, nice dish to Keller. Can he finish? Nope. That's one you need. Down 7. Great opportunity now. A foul away from the ball is going to go against. That's going to go against Illinois Tech. That's going to go against Hizataki, who got tangled up with Brandon Keller. That's his third. That's a huge third foul. Team foul 1. 7-point game. With about 90 seconds gone by here in this second half. Neither team has scored at halftime. Keller, for an opportunity here to cut into the deficit. Going to avoid a third straight empty possession. Will not be empty this time. Nice find with Keller. And a 5-point game, 35-30, Illinois Tech.
Great time.
The answer from Dugalic. He has scored in double figures 11 times, including 3 of the last 4 ball games. He's number 4 in scoring, 3rd in rebounding, 2nd in assists, 2nd in blocks, 2nd in steals among the team leaders. Nice takeaway for Curry and Mohammed. Lake George takes it away, but he was out of bounds when he took it away. Illinois Tech will keep it with 24 in the shot clock. He is making a number of hustle plays, and this one is Lake George. On top of the fact he's tied for the team lead with 8 points with 3 rebounds. Maybe talking about the shot clock here, and they will in fact reset it, saying that Lake George had possession. So the inbound, Dugalic finding Hizataki. He's only taken 3 shots thus far. Curry, we'll give him that shot all day. Yes, he shoots 53% from the field, but not a high percentage shot there. Now Zietlow up and under. Oh, not much room to work with, but Joey Zietlow made the most out of the inch he had. He's the first Falcon in double figures for a 6th consecutive game, 18th time this season. 5-point game again. Illinois Tech has led throughout with the exception of a 7-7 tie play, as many as 16. Mohammed. Well, so far every time the Falcons score, Illinois Tech with an answer. Here's Johnson. Keller. Can't get the roll. Last time these teams hooked up, Johnson was 4 for 20 from the field, 0 for 6 from beyond the arc. Took a lot to get his 12 points, 8 rebounds, and right now they're making it work for any and every attempt. He's 0 for 5 from the field, limited to 2 points. Zietlo's 4 for 6 from the field. George 4 of 7 from the field, the top 2-point getters for Concordia. Lake George. Boy, get some great looks, just not going.
Yeah, that was a great look for Lake George right there.
And 2-point for Jalen Lomax. Well, the Falcons have scored as many as 106 points in the game, as little as 55. Right now at 32, with about 4 minutes gone by in this second half. Zietlow able to score. See that ball movement and number of cutters? Give him 12.
Moving without the ball is another key for the Falcons tonight.
And a blocking foul against Lake George. Count the bucket for Hizataki. I don't mind the thought process there if you're Lake George because, hey, if you get the benefit of the doubt, that's 4 in Hizataki.
Right. Game changer.
Yeah, you take that gamble. So first down, Lake George. The problem, though, is you gave up the bucket. And now a free throw here for Hizataki. He gets up to the team and free throws made and attempted for the Scarlet Hawks. Missing here. He came in 74 of 137. 9-point game. Falcons have been as close as 5. Keller bypassing the 3, and it's knocked away. George able to come down. No, he can't. The takeaway for Lomax. Curry. And it's like that. Back to 11. Goes the advantage of 45-34. Number of inside looks for Illinois Tech. Nearly 5 minutes gone by here in this second half. Zietlow. That's been there all second half so far.
You know, the Falcons are not going to go away. They will keep chipping away at this Illinois Tech lead and just keep finding where Illinois Tech has its disadvantages against them.
3 ball for Dugalic. Dugalic, a 41% three-pointer, 10th in the conference. That's a problem right now as Curry is fouled. And boys, he was, I guess, not even somewhat coming off the ground. Looked like his legs stayed somewhat planted. He may have buckled. He looked like, limping a little bit thereafter. Second foul against Lake George. But 3-point shooting. 5 makes for Illinois Tech. Falcons stuck at 1. 3-point shooting. Hit some big threes lately. Hit 6 on Saturday. Johnson, number 2 scorer in the conference right now with just 2 points. A couple of free throw makes. Zietlow's foul. Whitehead, who's back into the game. The foul goes against Otis Rielli. He has 3. That's team foul 2. 12-point ball game with 14:27 to go. Johnson, love it. First field goal make in 6 tries. 10-point game. Continuing to get good looks inside.
One thing that has a lot to do with those such wide open looks is the pass. It's on time, on target, the perfect amount of air underneath it to where it's easy for their teammate to catch it. That's another thing that's working for the Falcons.
That is one of the big differences between these two teams. We look at rankings, is that assist department. Score 2 for Antoni. I guess it helps when you have a guy like Jers. Zietlow, a heck of a passer as well, among the leaders in the assist category. Same thing, Jordan Johnson. Even though he scores, he's also number 2 on the team in helpers. But for the Falcons, 5th in the league, 88th in the nation in assists. Illinois Tech, 2nd to the bottom in assists. But some pretty good ball movement in this one. Leads to a 3-point field goal. Mohammed with another 3. He has knocked down 3 in the game. He is among 3 in double figures for the Scarlet Hawks, who lead 51-40. Zietlow behind the back. Oh, what a pass. Antoni on the finish. Falcons have upwards of 12 assists on 18 field goal makes. 8 assists, 19 makes for Illinois Tech. Another 3, Dugalic. And the rebound, Persinger back in for Concordia. Down 9 with an opportunity here with 12:48 to go. Jers zipping it inside Antoni. Tough angle. Strip going airborne. And trying to get it back out. Does. Zietlow bypassing the 3. I feel like I've said that quite a bit in this game. Bypassing the 3. There have been some looks, and the Falcons have thought otherwise. Inside, Zietlow's fouled before he could turn and try to score. Mohammed on the contact. Ahmad Mohammed picks up his second. Team foul 3. Hizataki back in for Illinois Tech. It's a team that was predicted 4th this season, got one first place vote. I'm venturing to guess that came from Coach Kelly, who will take a timeout, and rightfully so. He's high on his team and should be. Number of key components back, although I think they had to, again, replace the aforementioned Jake DeGiorgio from last year's squad. They've been streaky. Began the year 0-5, 1-7, won 3 straight, 5 of 7, then lost 3 straight, 4 of 5. They've since put 3 straight in the win column. They've been in a number of tight ball games, 12 games decided by 7 points or less. For the Falcons, this is, for the most part, unfamiliar territory, at least at home. Having to play, in this case, from behind from a 9-point deficit, maybe the exception being the lone home loss, which came against Lakeland, pretty much having to play comeback with Lakeland hot shooting. But the Falcons, home teams are going to make their runs. They will get an opportunity here. Can they complete this run? Can they make enough stops with Illinois Tech, still shooting about 49% from the field?
Right. I think I'll make the comment here. The Falcons coach, he is the all-time winningest coach.
Yes, he
here
is.
At Concordia, Wisconsin. At this point, there's nothing he hasn't seen. I think that he's done a great job of putting the scouting report together against this Illinois Tech team, and what they're doing is working, and it will continue to work, and continuing to put the ball in the basket.
Lots of basketball left. 12 and a half to go. So a 9-point game. Falcons were down 7 at halftime. And again, down by as many as 16, which came with 7:25 left in that first half. Church. Hits 3 ball. And the rebound hauled in. That was brought in by Dugalic. 1 for 9, at least. The Falcons are from a 3-point range. Have not been able to buy a triple. The exception being 1 3-point make for Jared Jerks.
A positive looking at that, though, is that they're still in this game.
Absolutely.
Only hitting 1 3-pointer.
Did a pretty good job as Zelo is going to be caught for sticking his hand in the cookie jar. The shot clock down to 4. I would also say that, especially toward the end of that first half, they did a nice job of getting to the free throw line. And we'll see if that starts to pick up. Right now, both teams only have 3 team fouls. That's the second against Zelo. But for Illinois Tech, working the clock. And so possessions, number of possessions. With that mindset will be limited. High out glass, no for Rielli, but a loose ball foul against the Falcons after Hizataki will keep the attack alive. That's tough for the Falcons and trying to limit the effectiveness of Hizataki. Johnson picks up his first, team foul 4. Foul on the floor, and so the inbound, Dugalic. Looking up high, nothing there. Needs to get it in, does. Ostroff. Dugalic. And with the right hand, he walked with the ball. Currently has 10 points in the game with 4 rebounds. 14 for Curry, 13 for Mohammed. Lead the way for Illinois Tech. 6 points, 11 rebounds for Hizataki. So he is back in a double figure for rebounding. The 20th time this season. Getting it done. Persinger knocked away, trying to kick it out to Johnson. And out of bounds is Whitehead. Falcon ball. Joey Zelo has 14 points to lead Concordia, followed by Lake George's 8. 5 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists for Jared Jerks. So a couple of Illinois Tech changes will include Curry being back in. 9-point game. Johnson will get him going. And another poke away there by Dugalic. We've seen that quite a bit. Curry foul on the floor. Boy, you love the passion from Coach Kelly, but he's got to be careful. Second here is going to go against Persinger, and team foul 5. Curry, he's 5 of 9 from the feet. Illinois Tech looking to put together a season best 4th straight win. Mohammed from 15. And right back to Curry from Hizataki. Also looking to beat the Falcons for the 3rd time in 4 all-time innings and for the 2nd time in 2 tries in this building. Jers and a travel. So with 10:24 to go, lost 2 for the Falcons, all but pretty much guarantees a matchup here against somebody on Tuesday in the first one of the NAC tournament. And lots of basketball left, down by 11, trying to get that flow, that rhythm of the offense. Falcons are at about 44% shooting. The turnovers have been an issue with 15. For the 20 Illinois Tech points. Look, they lead by 11. They're plus 14 in points off turnovers. You can also say that right now they're plus 15 when it comes to the differential and points off three-point makes. Illinois Tech shooting 46.5% from the field.
There's a lot of game left, though.
But here's a key. Not to interrupt you, but 4th foul there against Hizataki. We've got 4, team foul 4. Lake George able to get inside, can't finish, but a tip, no! Antoni though, the 3rd time the charm. But you say a lot of game left, but now you have Hizataki. Have to wait and see how long he sits. That changes things inside.
That definitely changes things. And the Falcons don't have many players in foul trouble at all. So we can continue to be aggressive down there. Whereas Illinois Tech with Hizataki, he has to be a little bit more reserved, like lay back a little bit, lay off a little bit.
First foul here against Hoffman. Yeah, Zietlow, George, Antoni, and Persinger each have 2 fouls, the most among anybody on this roster. Hizataki has 4, Reali has 3. Those that are in trouble for Illinois Tech. Oh man! A foul here that goes against Antoni, who was getting back down on the drive by Curry. And so free throws here for Miles Curry. I'm not sure what Antoni could have done differently. Picks up his 3rd.
I think the call there was that he got him on the arm. I think he had all ball there.
We had Curry trying to create that separation with his offhand.
I hope you make it! You won't shoot it! You won't shoot it!
Hits both. Back to 11 goes the Scarlet Hawks lead. Under 9.5 to go. Jers, backdoor Zietlow, cannot hang on, and that has been a story throughout this game. Handling the pass. Been a number of missed shots from inside as well that have factored, but 16 Concordia turnovers. Illinois Tech and the Falcons the first time. Double overtime, mind you. Falcons had 15 turnovers the entire game. Offensive foul against Curry. Perhaps a makeup from the previous possession. Well, Curry picks up his 3rd. Team foul 5. Nearly 11 minutes gone by. Falcons are down by 7 at halftime. Are now down 11. They've been down by as many as 16. Antoni. Here's Lake George taking a dribble, bouncing backwards. Zietlow battling George, keeps it alive, goes back up and scores. He has made a number of effort and hustle plays throughout this night.
What a great play.
10 now for George in double figures for the 10th time, 2nd time in the last 5 games. Up and under, Curry, off glass, They got to come up with a defensive stop. Easier said than done. And again, every time the Falcons have scored, for the most part, Illinois Tech has responded. Curry leads up to 20. Zelo on the 3-ball miss. Hasn't been there all game. Falcons 1 of 11 from 3-point range. Curry, 20 plus for the 7th time this season. 3rd time in the last 4. He scored as many as 27 in the game. He's had 3 double-doubles this season, 2 his last coming against the Falcons. Down to 8 minutes left. Dugalic. And that pull-up jumper, no good. Look there for Mohammed.
Falcons are putting in a great effort on the defensive end. Illinois Tech is not getting anything easy.
No question about the defense. Right now, though, a couple of double whammies. Johnson hits. You need to get him going. You don't want to put all the pressure on Johnson, but when he averages 19.2 points a game, not the expected on a nightly basis, but you need a little bit more and hope to get him going a little bit. He's been limited. 3-point shot hasn't fallen yet. 1 of 11 from downtown, so a couple of the whammies right now working against him, yet staying in this game. Mohammed missing the 3-ball, Lake George the rebound.
We mentioned this about Johnson earlier, but all it takes is 1 shot to get him going. And I do feel like the Falcons can connect on some of these 3-point shots here yet, that they still have time. Maybe he just needs to start it.
Back-to-back there for Johnson now. 3 of 8 from the field. And Jordan Johnson with 8 points. 7-point game. So again, with everything that's been going against, with turnovers included, the Falcons right back in this. There's a foul, though, which is going to be, well, let's see. It's a bonus. First against Keller, and team foul 8. With Hizataki out there with 4, he's going to the free throw line. And Curry back in as well for IIT. 6:29 to go. 7-point game, and Hizataki won't get another. Keller got bumped. You bet. Easy call to make. A foul here against Dugalic. And Dugalic now with 3. Keller appears to be all right, although you can smell from his teammate Garrett Hoffman. Not sure if
that's a red card.
Apparently his eye bothering him a little bit.
That's all right.
If this was Division I, they'd be going to the monitor right now and making sure it's not the common foul, or if it is the common foul, trying to confirm or deny, but we don't have that technology yet at this level, and who knows if that is coming. A lot more goes into that than just the simple, hey, add a monitor and some cameras, but dollars and cents. Here comes Keller, up and under. I'll tell you what, if he wasn't seen 2020 before, he is now, and that will make your eye feel a lot better, right?
Yeah.
He's still rubbing it, too. Not sure he got poked in the eye. 5-point game again. Closes the Falcons have been all second half long. Lomax with 5:54 to go. Dugalic. Lomax. Almost goes out of bounds, and he throws the ball away. So an opportunity here to get back to within 1 possession, and still 5:43 to go. Lake George with Jers, Zelo, Johnson, and Keller, the 5 on the floor for Concordia.
Back to full force.
Falcons shooting 46% from the field, Illinois Tech at 46%. Keller. Here's Zietlow. Keller. Gets the double team. Jerson knocked away. Look out below. Dugalic with left-hand layup. I like what Keller was doing, though, too. Battling there with Hizutaki and his 4 fouls. But the Falcons caught by surprise by Dugalic. Here's Keller. And it's taken away. So back-to-back turnovers after the Falcons were back to within 5. Coach Cassidy looking for a Fountain O'Vale. Curry. And the rebound here for Keller. Hizutaki got knocked down. Why not letting him play? On the drive, Jurors kick out. Johnson. It's a late whistle. An offensive foul here against the Falcons.
It was a very late call.
And it's the first here against Jared Jurors. 4:35 to go here in the second half. Going to be that point where the fans starting to get restless. And a stoppage here. And apparently the official, that's not called for. He stops the game to say something to Jared Jurors. Not sure if Jurors was still upset about that last call, but the official said knock it off. As Zietlow knocks the ball out of bounds. That's one of those, you talk to him, stop into the game. You don't stop the game, they have a conversation.
Definitely, I'm with you there. Bit unnecessary.
Fans aren't here to watch you. They're here to watch these teams play. It's not about you. Dugalic. Mohammed open. Rebound Keller. Seven-point game. Jurors for 3. And rebound into the hands of Rielli. 1 of 12 now are the Falcons from 3-point range. Man, that looked good too from here. Inside of 4 minutes, the Falcons not been able to get any closer than 5, and they've been within 5 a few times now. Nice anticipation by Keller. Saw it coming from a mile away. Taking away the inside feed to Hizutaki. Big possession. Can't afford to go empty again for a 4th consecutive offensive sequence. And a couple of turnovers and a missed 3-pointer by Jurors. Johnson, 3-ball, get in there. 3-point shot is not put in front of the Falcons tonight. Seven-point game. Rielli. Curry asking for a screen from Hizutaki and gets it, goes down. He's out of bounds. So the Falcons take over, still down 7. They've had the stops. They've been able to keep it a 7-point game, but have had no ability, at least have not been able to answer and respond and cut into this deficit.
Yeah, they're going to need a score here pretty soon just to get through the next 2.5 minutes. To really feel like they're still in this game, which they are, but to just the mindset.
Zietlow fakes the pass. Zietlow spinning and drawing an Illinois Tech foul. Free throws for Zietlow. First free throws of the second half for the Falcons. Illinois Tech's taking 4 in this second half. Foul number 4 against Miles Curry. 2:36 remaining. Chance to get back to within 5 points. Clock stopped. Stays down for Zietlow. Team high 15. So 5-point game again. The Falcons, this is the obstacle, getting within a possession. They've been within 5 a few times in this second half, but have been no closer. Down 7 at halftime, down by as many as 16 in this game. Mohammed. Falcons into the game strong on Saturday as Keller comes out and bumps Dugalic.
At this point, you know that Illinois Tech is going to try and prolong their possessions as much as they can. And with them being in the double bonus now, you really got to try and go for that steal right away. But as time goes on, you might need that clock to get stopped.
Keller with his second personal. Dugalic's free throw, short. Double bonus from here on out. Best he can do is make it a 6-point game with 2:17 remaining. Dugalic missing, but the rebound for Mohammed, and the offense reset for Illinois Tech. Oh, in a game in which the Falcons have been the better team rebounding. Illinois Tech now 5 offensive rebounds in this half, after they only had 1 at halftime. Good ball movement, and a backbreaker for Mohammed. May be your knockout punch as the Falcons take a timeout with 1:49 to go. 62-54, Illinois Tech. Off that 3 ball by Ahmad Mohammed. He has now hit 4 threes in the game. He has 16 points. Illinois Tech has built the lead back to 8 points, as they've now hit a total of 7 threes. The Falcons 1 of 13.
You know, you think you get such a break when the guy at the line misses both free throws and then comes right back at you with an Illinois Tech gets the offensive rebound and then they drain that 3. That's a tough one to swallow.
On the out-of-town scoreboard, Benedictine taking it to Wisconsin Lutheran 81-55. So Benedictine will be in first place by themselves here at Knight's End. They will be here on Saturday. Concordia Chicago leads Marion 68-61. MSOE's made it a game, but down 67-62 against Dominican. It's going to be a big loss for MSOE, as Aurora leads Edgewood 75-72. So Edgewood looks like they're on the verge of seeing themselves eliminated from tournament contention. Illinois Tech, they will be right there now. MSOE does in fact lose. Lakeland's playing Rockford. Those 2 teams came in tied for 4th, so Illinois Tech will be in the tournament picture, assuming they hang on here by Knight's End with 1 game to go. And on Saturday, you have Lakeland at Dominican, Concordia Chicago at Aurora, Wisconsin Lutheran at Edgewood. Benedictine's here for a 2 o'clock game. MSOE at Marion. Illinois Tech will be at Rockford. Here's Johnson going to the free throw line with 1:46 to go. That's a big plus. Falcons 7 of 10 from the free throw line of the game. Johnson 2 for 2. He has 8 points. 4th foul here against Dugalic. Well, this game went to overtime. A number of guys are in some serious foul trouble for Illinois Tech as Johnson's the first free throw. And Johnson in double figures. Been a hard 10 points to get. In double figures for the 23rd time, and this is 24th game appearance, now 10th consecutive. Trying to ram his way through the defense, Curry. And a timeout for Illinois Tech with 1:31 to go. There's still lots of basketball left. But, you know, you get that jumper by Mohammed to make it an 8-point game, and you call it a backbreaker. I call it a backbreaker because you look at a matchup like this, Illinois Tech looking to slow it down. certainly it's going to, at some point, you would think, come down to Illinois Tech making free throws. But even their possessions, they've had some lengthy possessions, which are going to limit the number of touches the Falcons are going to have the rest of the way.
Right, and as you can see, they're upping the pressure over here. The Falcons are, but Illinois Tech, I'm sure that's what they're talking about in the timeout right here. Like breaking that double, splitting the double, and getting into the open guy. I'm sure the Falcons are talking about who to foul, who to put to the line. But there's a lot of time left.
Yeah,
anything can happen.
Yeah, you're not at that point yet where you need a foul, especially not now with 16 seconds on the shot clock. Take your chance here defensively. Zelo trying to avoid Rielli, who attempted to steal the ball away from. Shot clock inside of 10. And a foul against Zelo. And Coach Cassie saying, you got to be kidding me. Zelo was not attempting to foul. And free throws here for Mohammed. Darren Boudin right there at the call. And the first free throw goes for Mohammed. I think where Coach Cassie's frustrated, rightfully so, is you don't blame the officiating for the fact that, okay, you've had some offensive struggles, but looking for that consistency. There hasn't been that. There have been times where they've called it tight, and there have been other times they've allowed both teams to play, and it's gotten physical. 7-point game. Jers, step back three, banks in! A three at last! As Coach Cassie will call a timeout, and he's still upset about something. I'm not sure if he thought there should have been a foul somewhere along that sequence, but a three ball at last. 2 for 14 from deep, and both threes knocked down by Jers. Hey, Falcons down 4, 69 seconds to go.
Doesn't matter how it goes in, as long as it goes in.
So the bank is open after hours, and Jers, 8 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. And again, there's no need to foul yet. 69 seconds to go. Down 4. Right now the Scarlet Hawks are at a double bonus. Falcons still single bonus for one more foul. If a jump ball occurs, arrow benefiting Illinois Tech. Falcons shooting 45% from the field. Illinois Tech 46%. And outside of a 7-7 tie, Illinois Tech has played with the lead throughout. Up by 7 at the break. This is the closest the Falcons have been really all game long after they fell behind by as many as 16. Points in the paint, 44-24 Falcons, but Illinois Tech up 22-10 in points off turnovers. You know the Falcons only +3 and turnovers at 19-16. So looking for the steal first. Well, they do elect a foul and looking to extend this game maybe a little beyond. Seeing that game clock work down to about 39 seconds or so. And you take your chances here with Hizataki, the 54% free throw shooter. When this game is 2 for 4, 6 points, 14 rebounds, second foul against Jared Jers. Hizataki sinks the first. 51%. Johnson back in. Hoffman back in. Get some of your three-point threats down to the floor.
51%.
He missed the second rebound. Keller. He's up to 8 boards in the game. 5-point game. Minute remaining. Jers in the corner, open look, 3 ball, yes! Hoffman hits the 3! And the Falcons, who started the game 1 for 13 from downtown, have hit back-to-back trays and find themselves back to within 1.
I knew that they'd find their groove back there. I just knew it. I just had a feeling.
An open look in the corner for Garrett Hoffman. Came in 4 for 17 from downtown. Doesn't matter. Ice in the veins of the junior.
If we know anything about this Falcon team, that shot is just going to fuel their defensive pressure now, and we could see a huge stop coming up here.
They have updated the score. Apparently everybody got scoreboard finger trigger happy. It's 64-62 Illinois Tech up 2. So it's a 2-point game at 64-62 Illinois Tech. Back-to-back threes, one by Jers, now a triple for Garrett Hoffman. 57.5 seconds remaining. This coming after Hitataki went 1 for 2 from the free throw line, and now you really don't need to foul. In a one-possession game, the foul, though, did pay off with Hitataki going 1 of 2. See Curry, Hitataki, Dugalik, Rielli, and Mohammed on the floor for Illinois Tech against Persinger, George, Jers, Zietlow, Keller. But Hoffman and Johnson will sub in. Although they were trying to foul, Mohammed gets a fast break layup after the Falcons were attempting to foul Hitataki. Back to Lake from the Falcons with Illinois Tech. Mohammed back in the offensive end. Zietlow on the kick out. 4-point game, 45 seconds to go, and Illinois Tech, a turnover. And a foul here that goes against Persinger.
Why did you slip on that banana peel?
With 40.3 seconds left, a 4-point game, and the Falcons turn it over again. In a key moment in this ball game, with Rielli going to the line. So the Falcons were attempting to foul Hitataki, but he got rid of the ball quickly and led to a fast break opportunity for Mohammed. Rielli, a 73.5% free throw shooter, misses the first. This off the 20th Concordia turnover. Johnson back in. Best he can do is make it a 5-point game. Lots of basketball left. 67-62. Jers. Here's Hoffman. And it blocked. Out to Johnson. They call a tee. Oh, wow. And it's going to be 5. Hitataki for taunting. That's a big time in a game to get teed up. Plus it's his 5th, so he's disqualified. You talk about a potential game-changing call by Darren Boudin, who had seen enough. Hitataki has been, with his block, with his eyes, with his body language, he's been taunting throughout the course of the game. We saw it when he dunked. And now it costs him his stance in this game. Not only is it a tee against Hitataki, that's his 5th. Falcons about to get some free throws and the ball. Down 5 with 28.7 seconds to go. That's unbelievable.
I have to say, I can't believe that call was just made.
Both free throws go, and the Falcons have the ball down by 3. Wow. Hitataki out of the game. He leads with 7.14 rebounds in the timeout for the Falcons. With 28.7 seconds to go, a 30-second timeout. If you're Illinois Tech, boy, you got to find a way to right now relax, control your emotions, because, and rightfully so, you're sitting there going, what the heck just happened? For the Falcons, all of a sudden, again with your backs against the wall, that door's been left open.
Right, I mean, the Falcons have to get things done, but that could be a game-changing situation right there. It changes the course of the game. Just where the momentum is, like where it's swinging, whose side it's on.
Yeah, you don't expect to see that in a tight ball game like this.
Less than a minute to play.
Especially considering you allowed Hizutaki to get away with that earlier and throughout. Why now?
Right.
Not saying it's not a tee, but why now? 28.7 seconds to go. Keller, Jers, Johnson. Looking back on the defense. Cannot get the shot to go. And then a Falcon foul, 18.5 seconds remaining.
How long did that one hang on the rim for?
And then Coach Cassie looking for contact on the inside too. So Johnson picks up his second, and Curry walking the length of the floor for free throws. 3-point game with 18.5 seconds remaining. Curry with 20 points, 5-8 from the free throw line. Certainly the Falcons have had opportunities. And some tough breaks on the inside on top of the fact there's not enough three-point shots dropping. Too many costly turnovers have all factored in. Hoffman for three. And that will be all she writes tonight as Curry. Final 5 seconds. Illinois Tech is coming out of here victorious. And they find themselves in the NAC tournament picture with one game remaining. In the regular season, this will pretty much put a damper for the Falcons and their hopes of bringing home a regular season title. Now you refocus. Now look at upset Benedictine and go into the tournament with momentum. Certainly play a factor in how the seeding will pan out. Johnson, 70-64, Illinois Tech with a 6-point victory. They led throughout with the exception of a 7-7 tie, up by as many as 16. They stunned this Concordia crowd in a game that sees Joey Zelo with 16 points, Jordan Johnson with 12, 10 for Lake George, Brandon Keller 8 rebounds. Jared Jers brought down 7 assists, or recorded 7 assists by bringing down also 6 rebounds. Illinois Tech got 23 points from Miles Curry, 19 for Ahmad Mohammed, who knocked down 4 threes, 12 points for Milos Dugalic, and then 7 points, 14 rebounds for Max Hizutaki. Falcons shot 44% from the field. Illinois Tech at 47.1%. They hit 7 threes. Falcons hit 3. 20-16. Falcons in turnovers for Illinois Tech, plus 13 points off turnovers. Falcons won the rebounding battle by 4 and also scored 44 points in the paint. Illinois Tech's 26. So as of right now, latest updates. We look at the out-of-town NAC men's basketball scoreboard. Benedictine with a convincing 83-55 win over at Wisconsin Lutheran, in first place by themselves. Wisconsin Lutheran, who came into the year predicted 8th, in second place, still a game up on third place Concordia, Wisconsin. Now, elsewhere, Dominican has beaten MSOE. Lakeland has taken it to Rockford 102-89. Aurora beats Edgewood, and Concordia Chicago beats Marion. So what does that mean? Lakeland right now in fourth place by themselves. MSOE, Rockford, Illinois Tech, all tied for fifth place. And you have Aurora. They're right there with 8 victories. They're right now a game back. Edgewood has been mathematically eliminated. So you're down to essentially 5 teams battling for 3 spots with 1 game to play. Could not have asked for a better duration of the regular season, can you? And you have Lakeland at Dominican, Concordia Chicago at Aurora, Wisconsin Lutheran at Edgewood. Benedictine will be here for a 2 o'clock tip. MSOE is at Marion, and a big one between Illinois Tech and Rockford. So that is coming up. A team that Illinois Tech will see and lost to 73-68 back on January 25th. Now your final thoughts on this one that goes Illinois Tech's direction as they sweep the Falcons here in the regular season series.
Both teams put up a great fight tonight. It's definitely a tournament game type feel. And the Falcons, they learned from this game. You can't help that Illinois Tech has taller players.
Asking me, I don't even know what to say.
Arguably stronger players down there in the post, but they persevered and they did what they could down there, and they didn't back down. They didn't shy away from what they were seeing down there, and I think that's a great attitude and outlook to have going into tournament time.
Well, the Falcons look to recover against Benedictine here on Saturday. Only 2 more guaranteed games. MAC tournament either next Tuesday and or Thursday. For the Falcons, you fall here to Illinois Tech 70-64. That will do it for our game broadcast. Be sure to check out CUWFalcons.com a little bit later on for a complete recap from this one. But that will do it for the game broadcast. For Alyssa Wagner, our entire crew behind the scenes, Matt Meadows saying so long and good night from the John Boone Fieldhouse. Illinois Tech victorious by 6 as they've won here in each of their 2 opportunities. And now they sweep the Falcons in this regular season. You've been watching continuing coverage of Falcon men's basketball on the Falcon Athletic Network.